All right, welcome to Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Anu, and today we're gonna do a card reading. We're gonna be doing these for a little bit, just because we finally got it situated. But yeah, trying to get back onto the dailies. The cool thing is, I'm gonna try to do these things as often as I can, more often as I can. I know I was getting on a little roll, and then life happened, shit changed, but that's all right. So now you guys can see me. It's still the same old me. I'm still gonna be yapping, I guess, but I'm just trying to be as free as I can. I'm trying to follow my heart more. I'm trying to not hold myself back. I don't have many things really holding me back. Nothing really but myself and the questions that I have about moving forward. So that's the little vibe that I'm feeling today. So we'll check out to see what this daily message is looking like. And then, we'll move forward. We might be doing different things just because of the different environment. But at the end of the day, I hope y'all can hear me. I hope the background noise isn't too crazy. And then at the end of the day, we can probably get some little ambiance going. Actually, I'm going to do that now. Put on some music. But yeah, I'm hoping y'all doing all right. I'm hoping y'all didn't miss me too much. For those who are here, thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. We got 10 subscribers, people. 10. I'm so excited for that because I felt like that was 10 subscribers worked hard for and earned. So thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. I know on my other channel, Mr. Anu speaks the more physical side to the world. I got like 55 now over there. So yeah, I'm happy to see the growth, especially while I'm changing and I'm in limbo. But I'm not. I know I need to be going somewhere. I just don't really know where to go. But we'll see what that energy feels like for you through the cards, and we'll just move forward. So, what is our daily message today for the people? Got the change cards. As always, what do we need to know for this daily energy? So I'll just end up showing the cards. But yeah, hopefully y'all doing well. Let's see. So what's our overall energy for today? Oh, nah. Starting this shit. Okay. I think it was emotions. Dang. I lost the card. Blooper. What's at the bottom? Heavenly signs. Okay. Oh man, I feel like a T-Rex. This might have to be like an outtake or something. Because I cannot grab this mug. I'm pretty sure it was emotions though. So how are your emotions hanging up? Ugh. Ah! Nah! Okay. God damn it. Alright, so we got emotions coming at us, okay? Emotions. Hopefully your emotions are still chill after that. But we got emotions. So emotions are overall energy for today. I don't know if that's good emotions, bad emotions, old emotions, new emotions. But the fact that we got heavenly signs at the bottom, what that shows me is that we're using our emotions to follow our impromptus, our intuitive signs. What else we need? What else we got on this? So, end of an era. Absolutely. I think this is the case. The fact that we're using these emotions to end the era, I think that's a really, really good thing, especially for the simple fact that we're able to see these things happen through ourselves of the past. Tell me a little bit more about end of the era. No! I'm gonna have to put something right there. All right, so body changes. So body changes are going along with this. I think maybe you might be leaving something in the past that makes you attached to old emotions, or maybe recall. If I have to give my own examples, I don't typically do too many like regular human things just because I used to be a heavy drinker and a heavy smoker. So I don't like to really do all of that shit no more. But I'll do it on occasion. And what I realize is, like, if I was to smoke, some people get anxiety and shit or paranoia. I don't. Sometimes I do. I used to. But what I tend to do is I'll have old thoughts pop up because of old emotions. And so for me, these emotions are telling me that because I've been changing my body, because I haven't been drinking, because I haven't been smoking, because I have been doing my fasting, fruit fast, water fast, fast. I just been doing it, but on the in between, I've been not caring. So as I do my fast over here, then I'll go to McDonald's and get the $5 bag. Like, I'm just allowing myself to be, because I'm really trying to get these emotions out of me, but I'm not trying to. I'm trying to establish new emotions, which is creating the changes in my body. Again, it's not that I want to just eat McDonald's, the $5 bag or whatever, or it's not that I want to. It's just sometimes I have a craving, so I take the craving, I understand the emotion behind it, and then I don't want the McDonald's anymore. And that the only reason why I'm craving the McDonald's is because I might see it and I might say I want it, and then I say, no, you can't have that. Da, 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 da. I gotta acknowledge the fact that I'm a human. So I think these are the body changes that we're going through. The body changes that we're going through, we're allowing ourselves to shift timelines, but as we're shifting, we know we're ending the era, because the era that we're ending is being ended in accordance to heavenly signs. So if you're vegan and you randomly start craving a steak, my recommendation would be to go buy a steak. You don't have to eat it. You can go buy a steak and cook it for somebody else. The idea is, do not limit that emotion that's trying to come out. Again, you've been vegan and you haven't had cravings for meat, but for all of a sudden, one reason or another, you decide, damn, I'm really craving meat, steak in particular. Go and do that. Allow yourself to go through the motions. Again, this is what I did yesterday. Again, like I said, I'm not a big drinker anymore, nothing like that. Took the liberty to go to an old space that I haven't been to in a while. I was afraid to go back to that place, that whole side of town. And I went. But one of the reasons why I didn't want to go is because the only things that I got over there was just drinking, smoking, and partying. That's the only things I did with those people when I was over there. So for me, that's the main reason as to why I don't want to go there. But that is also the main reason why I went. I went there and did what I do. Got the beer, got the trees, and guess what we did? I sacrificed it. So I went and bought some alcohol or a beer, and I walked around, took a little sip, and then I poured that shit out, and then took a little sip, and then I poured it out, just like if I was sacrificing for the homies or giving praise to the ancestors. And that's all I did. And so I drank like three-quarter or a quarter of that whole 25 ounces, like very, very little, considering the old me during that same time. Me and those people, I went to my mom's old house and all the old memories and shit came back from before we had fallen out. Stepdad, brother, sister, and brother who lived down the street. All of them memories just flooding. But again, we used to drink hella, hella. So going back into a physical place, it showed me that even if they were there, if they weren't there, that didn't matter. I was there to face my fears. And the fear was what it made me do to myself, which was drink to handle the emotions. or drink because they couldn't handle their own emotions. So at the end of the day, I did not stop myself from going there anymore. I went. As soon as I started seeing familiar shit, the old sensations of, damn, I want to drink, I want to party, it popped right up. I went right over to the same liquor store that we used to always go to. I got the beer, got not my beer that I like. I got my stepdad's favorite beer because I would always go and buy him his shit. And so I just took the power back. I took the power back by understanding the emotions within me, the changes that were popping up in my mind, in my body, and then I used it to end that error. So I literally went and I grieved that place. What else? And boom, a healthcare change. Again, I didn't mean to do that again, but it just popped up just like that. So I went there to change my own mental health, man. I wanted to get my emotional health back into balance, and I knew because whenever I would smoke, old shit would pop up. So instead of just smoking and drinking, I went to the place of the old. I went there. I went and visited a whole bunch of places on that side of town just because I've been neglecting that side for like 4 years. So I went over there, did my thing. I poured out my libations, my sacrifices, and I feel so much better. I mean, in the in between from then until now, I've been doing other shit. Like I've been listening to a lot of Reiki healing online just because, again, I don't want to just sit here doing the old things. I'm trying to usher in a new era. But the emotions is what hold me back. So if I have to tell you anything, make sure that you're following your emotions. Let me get a little bit more on emotions. Spiritual growth, exactly. So the emotions that we're trying to give you, again, the emotions we're trying to give you are your doorways to more spirituality. Again, the more spirituality you gain, the bigger the space becomes. So it's not you doing anything with the emotions, it's you stepping into a room full of emotions, and as soon as you step in there, instantly it expands. So it goes from a 2x2 room to an 8x8, let's say. That's a drastically different change, but we're doing that to show you your growth. Again, your shoes don't change, your feet change, and then you get a new pair of shoes. That is the idea of what I'm trying to bring you with this growth. So in the case of this spiritual growth being on emotions, your container for emotions have grown and not the emotions like we think. Again, your emotions are still the same, but your space that carries the emotion remains the same. Or excuse me, the space that carries the emotion has grown. That is not the same. Your emotions are, but because they're in a bigger space, they don't seem as big anymore. Tell me about healthcare change. Excuse me. So, a lot of times this also means the state. That's the first thing I went and thought of, volunteer, Tennessee. I don't know if that means you need to go visit Tennessee or not. I don't know if that means you need to volunteer. But at the end of the day, what you're looking at doing is you're changing or you're volunteering a new healthcare change. So just like I volunteered myself yesterday to go back into those old spaces I haven't been in fucking 4 or 5 years, that's cool. I needed that because I have not even an old memory to hold me back now. Nothing. So let's go ahead and get these final messages. Let's get the final messages for today. Let's see. But these emotional changes as we end this era in volunteer times. Fucking new, man, ain't this crazy? So, we're welcoming in the new. You are now, again, I went back to my old folks' house and shit, right? And I got old emotions back into me. I addressed them, I handled them, and I made sure that they understood. We got enough room for you here, boss. You can come on in here. We got space. Get out the Five of Pentacles energy. Come on in. We're sharing over here. We got the Six of Pentacles. So because of that, we can now welcome in the newness. The newness, again, it's not the fact that the emotions are different. It's the fact that you're seeing the emotions differently. You are allowing yourself more space, more growth, more room. And just like when your feet grow or when your kids' feet grow, when things grow, you need to create a bigger space around it. So, if your kid grew out of their size 2 shoes, you should probably get them a size 4. Again, you have to see that the growth literally is the external. So for me, I had always been into a certain spot, but then I avoided it. Now I went from being in this place I was, seeing the place I avoided, and now I get an even larger space. I get an even bigger space because I'm occupying 2 different locations at once. So my message to you today is, as you're welcoming the new, understand that the local physical space around you matters. The space that you hold in your heart, it matters. The space in your mind, it matters. These spaces are what we use to create growth. And if you got more space now, that means you got more opportunities to grow. But if you got more space, that means you got more distance in between things. So you might feel lonely, you might feel isolated, but you're an adult. That is just you feeling that way because the child version of you wants to feel nurtured. But the adult side of you knows that you're nurturing that child. They don't need to understand, but if you're going to go to work every day and get the fuck up and pay all the bills to where that baby can eat, that's love. And they might not understand it because they're a child. But you understand it as an adult, welcoming all the new aspects so you can teach that child inside of you. So that's my recommendation for this daily today. We got our emotions coming through. And in these emotions, we're going to follow these body changes so we can end this era. And as we end the era, we're ending the era by volunteering our time to new healthcare routines or new healthcare changes, not being afraid to look back. And then as we look back without fear, the doors will open up to everything we ever wanted, brand new. So, all right, I appreciate y'all being here with me on this new shit. Yeah. And with that being said, see you next time. Peace.